What you doing?
The original 1.3 is?
Oh, doing good. Trying to get some running late on starting this net. So let me jump off here. I'll holler at you. How about?
Look it up. Yeah.
Interesante. Esto está bien interesante.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use?
Oh, there's plenty of wing nuts out here. KC9CSU.
Roger that. Okay.
Blaze George.
Is the frequency in use? 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 KJ5GVQ. All right, nothing heard. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec. The raw ham. We'll be calling the net here as soon as I get it posted up on NetLogger. Hopefully we'll have some folks join in. This is KJ5GVQ, the raw ham for the raw ones tonight with KJ5GVQ. Hopefully somebody will come and join in with us. Just a rag chew net. We hold every Wednesday around this time. Never know what frequency we're going to be on. We try to be around 215 or so, 220, or yeah, 7. Either way, CQ. We'd love to get you in log. Please come down with your call sign. Anybody, anywhere for the raw ones tonight. This is KJ5GVQ. KJ5 calling KJ5GVQ calling CQ for the raw ones. We're looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, please come now. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, we'd love to get you in a log this evening. Please come now with your call. This is KJ5GVQ, the raw ham for the raw ones tonight. Anybody, anywhere, would love to get you in a log. Please come now with your call. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, we'd love to get you in a log tonight. Please come now with your call. CQ for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere. Small rag chew net. Started back around middle of January. We'd love to get you in a log. Please come now. Anybody, anywhere for the raw ones. This is KJ5GVQ. Anybody, anywhere.
Well, K9 Sugar Oscar, K9 SL.
All right, that was K9 SL, you say?
Sugar Oscar, last letter Oscar, K9 Sierra Oscar.
All right, K9 Sierra Oscar. QSL?
QSL, name is Fred. Fox Radio Echo Delta, Fred.
Got you there, Fred, up in Wisconsin there. Good to meet you this evening. I'm Richard over in Oklahoma, Roger.
Roger, Roger. We're just testing out a new rig here. We got a station we're putting up, a remote station we're putting up for our local Lakeshore Repeater Association. And this is the, I'm operating remotely from about 20 miles away. How does it sound?
Well, I wasn't really looking at the S needle. Your audio's kind of low, and I don't know what the noise. I hadn't been on 40 meters since last week, and it seemed to be horrible. So I don't know. My noise floor seems to be a little high tonight. Over.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I cranked up the audio just a little bit better. Is that better?
That is a little better, and I actually played with the RF game some to see, and I got you about a S7, S8, and the good thing is I'm streaming us live on YouTube, so if you want to go back, you'll better look and see or listen to see just exactly what you sound like on my end there, Roger.
Roger, can I get the name, please?
Yeah, the channel name is KJ5GVQ to Raw Ham, over.
Roger. Thanks very much. We'll take a look at that. Yeah, we're just checking this out. We just put an antenna and connected it just a couple of days ago, so we're still testing.
Hey, I can understand that. I can appreciate that. I know how that goes. I'm all about building mobile antennas, and I'm working a homebrew fan dipole here at the QTH. Roger?
Roger. We just have a gap antenna that's only mounted about 3 feet off the ground, so it works surprisingly well.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you come up there some, so I'm assuming it's just band conditions, but I mean, you're making it into central Oklahoma from Wisconsin, so I don't reckon that's too bad, over.
Yeah, well, you got a big signal in here. I'm showing you about 10 over 9 on the S meter, so that's a very nice signal.
Oh, appreciate it. Just running a Barefoot FT710. I don't know. I didn't even look. I think I've got it turned around 85 watts, something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of QS Baker on the band. It goes up and down, but you definitely are picking up a very strong signal.
Oh, well, I appreciate the flowers. And you come on up there a little over 9 there that time. Sounding good. Sounding much better than when we first started. I don't know if you made changes or if it's just a propagation, over.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I just cranked up the audio gain a little bit, and it's probably doing a little bit better audio gain-wise. So anyway, I appreciate the report. We're having fun doing this. We were just up at the site today. It is a remote site, so it takes us a long time to get a radio station set up over there because it's about a 30-minute drive for me.
Oh, yeah, roger that. I can appreciate that. What is it, just a club station that y'all all share, or how does that operate, over?
Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to have, it's going to be a club station, and the members will share. It might be a little busy here initially, but we'll see how it all works out. But that is the plan. We're putting it up for the antenna challenge to, people living in HOAs or apartments or something like that can't get on HF.
Yeah, that's an absolute shame. I hate to hear that. Never really been a fan of HOAs. I grew up on a barrier island south of Mobile, Alabama. I don't know if you ever heard of it, called Dolphin Island. And the whole place was under an HOA. And I don't know, it's just kind of crazy there. Once they became a town, it just really got a little more strict for the ones that been there forever. My grandfather actually staked out the land that I was living on back before they'd ever subdivided it. So either way, it is what it is. I'm not very keen on it, though.
Well, you know, I don't think you're going to find too many people that are going to sing the praises of HOAs, but it is what it is, and if you're living in one, you know, it can be challenging. But we've got a it's really, really suitable and very nice for remote operation. K9 Sugar Oscar for ID.
Yeah, man, that noise level picked right up, but once you come back there towards the end talking about that flex radio, and that's pretty awesome, you know, that's a good deal what y'all trying to do. I respect and understand the whole HOA concept as far as, you know, making sure everybody's getting to live in a nice place, but sometimes I just think it can go a little too far, I guess, is my hang up. But yeah, that's neat, and I'm sure that'll be a good thing for the for your members. This KJ5GVQ for ID, man. I appreciate you coming to the call.
Yeah, very good. Could I didn't get your name.
Oh, name's Richie. So yeah, you can check me out on QRZ, and I'm sure I'll get this logged over there. But like I say, I appreciate you coming in this evening. But I didn't hardly get any of that. I got so much QRM now, somebody alongside of us, and then the band just changing. I don't even know if you can still read me, over.
I got you pretty good. I got you pretty good and clear, Richie. All right, well, we better, the band seems to be changing a bit, but I'll say 73. And pleased to meet you, and I hope you have some fun on getting the contacts here. We'll say 73, and if you have a great day,
All right, K9 Sierra Oscar. Appreciate you coming in there, and there again, I was losing you as you was going out, but definitely do appreciate hearing from you. Good to meet you, and good luck with that remote station. 73 is for now until we meet again down the logbook, my friend.
72, Reggie.
All right, this is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, the raw ham, trying to get this net rolling. Anybody, anywhere, we'd love to have you on the log. Please come down with your call. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, please come with your call.
Kilo Golf 4, Victor Charlie Foxtrot.
I've changed my shack around, and I am all messed up. Kilo Golf 4 Victor Alpha Foxtrot QSL.
It was Kilo Golf 4 Victor Charlie Foxtrot. The name's JJ, Juliet, operating my station remote from my iPhone. I worked you the other day when you were doing a photo activation, and I was curious to ask a question about your YouTube channel.
Let me make sure I got you in there. You said that was Kilo Golf 4 Victor Charlie Foxtrot?
QSL. I believe when I worked you were with another station, both working the same bar.
Yeah, I don't know what day. We've been trying to hit the POTA kind of hard on the weekends. Sunday, me and Joey was working. Well, me and Joey's been working quite a few days, and every now and again we had Brandon in there, over.
QSL. Well, you guys are feeling good. My station's physical didn't actually working it while mobiling around from my iPhone. But the question I had about your station was, is you mentioned to me about going onto your station, or onto your channel, YouTube channel, and taking a look. And I tried to do that after the fact. It was about an hour or so later, and it said that the video was private.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's done that to me a couple of times where I've created on my iPhone and it marks it as private, but then since then I've reset it, so you should be able to find it. I'm sorry about that, bud.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to let you know, and I heard you in there again tonight. And I tried to look at his channel the other day and see how I sounded from his perspective, and wasn't able to do it. But right now I'm coming to you while mobiling in my car using a Starlink to remote my Flex radio station, running about a kilowatt back at the house. Over.
Oh, Roger, a kilowatt. Yeah, I got you about 10 over 9. You sounding really good, and I've been having trouble with my computer when I live stream, so I've been running it off my phone doing POTA, but tonight I'm running OBS, and I've actually got the radio connected to the computer, so you probably get a better audio on the live stream. Over.
QSL. Well, thanks for being out there, and I'll certainly keep an ear out for you to work you again, both here on your net and on POTA if I hear you again in the future. But I heard you in there, and I wanted to mention that about your channel, and I'll try it again when I get back to my house. I'm using the Starlink while mobiling. I have a house over in Tennessee and one in North Carolina, and I drive back and forth quite a lot. And so I listen a lot, talk very little, but I was like, I want to see if he can hear me from this remote station. Over.
Yeah, Roger that, man. That's got to be a pretty neat setup. I know there's times that I wished I could fire my rig up here at the house when I'm at work or something, but that's probably not a good thing, because I probably wouldn't get much work done. I'd be wanting to play radio all day. Boy, if I could only figure me a job that let me play radio all day and still pay the bills. Over.
Yeah. Well, I did just that. I got into microwave engineering, and I have my entire career to thank ham radio for. The fraternity of ham radio got me into my career. I do microwave broadband engineering. But thanks for being out there, and 7-3.
Yeah, bud, 7-3 to you as well, and there again, appreciate you coming to the call, and I'll get us logged in QRZ 5-9 both ways, because you sounding amazing. That Flex Radio is doing a job, and that's pretty neat with your iPhone there, bud. 73s, and hopefully we'll catch you again.
Yeah, I hope to catch you again as well, and sorry to cut it short. I'm just getting ready to get covered up by trees on this trip here, and I know it's going to start getting all chattery on the audio.
No, you're fine, man. I understand, especially motoring down the road, so I know how that goes. But I'm sure we'll catch you again, if not here, or doing some POTA.
Yeah, 7-3.
All right, this is KJ5GVQ to Raw Ham, looking for check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, please come now with your call. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, please come now with your call.
KQ4BAP.
All right, I heard a couple of y'all, there was a kilo something DPB or something.
Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo Alpha Papa. I was listening to y'all talk about y'all. He was on his iPhone. I tell you what, he was coming in here in South Alabama at 20 over, while you was at a solid 5-9, Roger.
Hey, Roger that. Well, I've got you about a 5-9 as well, streaming you live on YouTube. I see you in Frisco City there, Gus. Roger?
Roger, that's right. Actually south of Frisco City. I just have a Frisco City address, but I'm actually just north of a little community of Uriah, Alabama.
I've been through Uriah. Unless I'm confused, on my way up to, we used to stay up there at a campground. Oh, now it's I'm losing it. I can't think of it. But I grew up south of Mobile at Dolphin Island, Roger.
Hey, Roger, we just last month went down there and spent a weekend. I have a wedding to go to down there, so I just rented one of them little condos and spent the weekend down there. Enjoyed it.
Hey, Roger that. Well, let me get you to stand by a second, and let me pick up those other stations, and maybe we can pass one another around, Roger.
Roger. KJ5GVQ.
All right, there was another KJ, I think, or Kilo something. Please come down with your call. Well, I guess they stepped away. Well, I'll come back up to you there, Gus. So you say you was down there for a wedding, huh?
Yeah, a good friend of ours. She used to be our choir director at church we used to go to, and bless her heart, this is her third husband, and she's got a little boy that she adopted with her and her first husband. They got him as a foster, and she adopted him, and shortly afterwards, her first husband passed away with cancer, and she moved from Arizona back to Alabama, and met another guy. And they wound up getting married, and they wasn't married a year, and he had that sudden death syndrome, and he died. So now she's getting married again, got married a third time.
Man, that's pretty hard. I hate to hear all that. Mercy, that's got to be rough.
Yeah, I told her she needs to be careful because she's turning into a black widow.
I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I was thinking it, Roger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could tell Stacy that and get away with it. She's like a sister to me. I'm old enough to be her grandpa, but she's like a sister to me.
Hey, Roger that. What condos did you stay? Did you stay at the ones down there just by the schoolhouse over?
Yeah, not far from it. It was on, what was the name of that street? On it. It was just a block off of the main street there. When you get on the island and get to the intersection, you turn right, and probably a half a mile down there on the left, you turn and go one block back and make a left, and it's right there on the left.
Oh, Roger that. You must have been down there over there by the golf course then, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. That's the first time that, we've been living here in Alabama for 30 years now, and that's the first time that we had been down there. And, it was my second time. First time I went down there was a trailer truck delivering ductile for, which is a pipe, so they could redo the sewer system.
Oh yeah, I remember back when the town was doing all that. That was something else. Like I say, I grew up down there. My mother was actually hatched over there before there was a bridge. She missed the boat to go to Mobile over.
Yeah, Roger. We had a good time. We went and walked around a little and went out to the east end over by the left. In fact, right across from the sea lab is where the wedding was, and that little pavilion in there.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're talking about. Right there, just past the campground. Yeah, there's all kind of neat little places over there. I never said I always said I'd never leave. I said if I ever get a red light there where the three-way was, then I'd leave. And you know as well as I know, They still ain't put a red light up, over.
Oh, no, they got a freeway stop with a blinking light.
Yeah, I got you there. But either way, life changes, things change, and that's just how it goes, over.
That's right. It just, and the way life goes sometimes, what's that they say? That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, and that's about the truth.
Yeah, my dad used to say, well, son, that's just the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you the windshield, sometimes you the bug.
That's right.
Well, I'd love for you to stick around. I say, let me see if I can get us some more check-ins, and we'll have us a few more folks to pass around. Check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, we'd love to have you. A couple of us in here, just a little general rag chew net. Please come with your call. Tell you what, Gus, if you don't mind, how about you put a call? You might reach somebody that I ain't.
Well, I see you got a lurker out there. Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Victor Quebec. You want to join the net here? This is KJ5GVQ. Good.
You know, honestly, I forgot to open up the aim window. I'm out of practice. Last week, the band conditions was so bad. That lurker's actually me, I believe.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I get on the iBank now on 7238 on every morning, and that band has been so noisy, and even on 80 meter, it's just rough.
Oh yeah, it's just a white line dancing above the blue there on the waterfall. It's horrible, but I guess it is what it is. I know I had a buddy of mine text me at work a picture of the conditions, and everything looked to be closed.
That's right. How about it, Richard? You gonna lurk, or you wanna join in the conversation? It's free, man. Won't cost you time. KJ5GVQ. This is KQ4BAP. Good.
Yeah, you got me. I am KJ5GVQ.
Oh, gracious, mine. It shows you lurking up there. Huh, that's odd. It should have you on the list already. It's over there lurking.
Yeah, you would think that. I usually don't log myself in there. I guess maybe I should have done that this time. Like I say, I've been out of practice. This thing looked like it about fell apart. We started back, I don't know, middle of January, and we was getting pretty steady flow of traffic, streaming us live on YouTube as well. But it past few weeks it's just been kind of dead. I know a lot of it's banned, and then with Wednesdays and now it being Holy Week, that's probably got a little bit to do with it as well. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I got a couple of friends up in, I got one in Montgomery, Alabama up there, and a couple of them up there around Huntsville, Decatur, and that's the way it's been with them. It's just been so noisy and dead that it's been hard to hear them even.
Yeah, Roger that. It's been something else. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to get better as we move on into summer, but I don't know what to think.
It's not too bad right now. In fact, last night, man, I couldn't even hardly hear anybody on this thing because it had such a high-pitched shrill to it. And, but tonight, it's almost crystal clear tonight compared to the past few nights.
Yeah, I hadn't been on all this week. I got some friends. I've been trying to help them with some of their ham sticks for their car. They trying to get in to do POTA, and I wound up, figured out the problem. They got bad coax running to their mount. So I don't know. They're going to get somebody to pull a new piece in there. They got a fairly new Lexus, and yeah, I didn't want to go opening up panels and whatnot. They'd already paid a outfit to put all that in, and I told them I wasn't too crazy about the way it run through that back door. I believe that's what burnt the coax over.
Yeah, because if you pinch it flat and it separates that stranded shield on that deal, she'll mess one up. And if it gets smashed too flat, it'll cut through that inner insulation to the center core, and it'll short it out.
Yeah, it was pinched pretty flat, and when I first started looking, I found it was shorted at the mount. They had the shield portion shortened to the inner core on the mount. It was a Comet mount, and got that fixed, but didn't realize it was still it was broke. So either way, it is what it is, I guess. They gonna get a new piece of coax pulled in, and we'll go from there. They got a nice little rig. What is that? That ICOM 706, a little shack in the box. I think I got that number right. I always call it wrong over.
Yeah, they call that birthdays, don't you, right?
Yeah, I believe you're right there. Well, I believe I lost you there. You still around? Band go out on us?
No, it's still hanging in there. I hear somebody sound like they're kind of breathing over.
Yeah, I see somebody just north of us there, right up against us.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've been on the roll. I'm normally not on here at night. I'm usually at work this time of night, but I'm starting a new deal, and so I got off early tonight, but starting Monday, I won't be getting off early.
Oh man, well I hate to hear that. Won't be getting off early. That don't sound too much like fun. What kind of work do you do?
Well, right now I got 3 jobs. One is being a knucklehead, and that's a rough job, but somebody's got to do it. The other one is I'm head of the security guard at Vanity Fair distribution center here in Monroeville, Alabama. And on top of that, I'm the site manager, and I'm starting that Monday out at Alabama River Cellulose for the BD&S cleaning services. So I'm going to be the site manager out there on top of this.
Oh man, you ever going to have any time to play radio?
Oh yeah, I work 3 to 11, Monday through Friday, so I get up in the morning and come out here and get on the iBank net on 7238. It's a net that started in 1962, and it helped facilitate the passing of eye cornea tissue from donor to recipient for a long time, and then when the internet come in and took over, it kind of pushed it to the side. But it was actually started by some eye doctors, and now it's just like a fellowship net and service net all in one. But yeah, we have it's a little over 100 folks that check in ever. They don't always check in at one time, but we got a little over 100 on the roll now. But it's been going since 1962. And then out, I think it's Washington State. They also have a group of the originals that started it that run a 39 point something. They on the 80-meter side of it. I haven't been able to catch up with them, but it's hard to get that West Coast, especially that Northwest on 80-meter here where I'm at.
Now, that sounds pretty interesting. That's pretty neat. Been running that long. That's amazing, and still going.
Oh yeah, and the deal is membership is free, and once you check in once, you're a member for life. I mean, it's just that simple. And we have prayer on there, and I usually read a scripture or two or three and say a few words, and we have somebody that leads us in prayer, somebody leads us in Pledge of Allegiance, and we bring prayer requests for everybody to be praying for, and it's more or less a good fellowship net now. There's a bunch of Christian folks on it. We get together and have a good time. Myself, I'm a semi-retired pastor, and then we have another pastor that's here local, AD4NY, and then we have another one, I think he's in Tennessee, that gets on quite a bit. So it's three preachers that we know of getting on there, Robin.
Hey man, that's a good deal. We need more of that in the world, I believe. Over.
Well, that's exactly what's wrong with the world. The world is turning their back on it, and here in the U.S. it all started when one woman decides to stand up and say that she don't want prayer in school anymore because it offends her and her son, and so that was Madeline O'Hare. So she started the movement, and next thing you know, there's no more prayer in school. But there's still schools that are doing it now, and our governor, Kay Ivey, she okayed it to be done, and then ACLU, I think it's American Civil Liberties Union, they pushed it and got the law and got it interpreted and researched, and the thing is, if it's a student that wants to start it, and it's the student that requests that the Ten Commandments be put up, then they have to do it. And if the students want to have prayer, they can have prayer. But the teachers can't lead them in prayer, and no adults can have anything to do with it. But if it's the students can have it, and there's nothing they can do legally to stop it.
Yeah, well, that's one of the many reasons why we homeschool. My wife was a school teacher, and there for several years up till we had kids, and then she was stay-at-home mom, and she does all their schooling right here, and I am glad and I'm proud of all my kids and what they've done.
Yeah, my younger son, they homeschool their kids, and that, and they homeschooled for a while, and then the church they started going to over in Jackson, Alabama, they had a school there, so they put them in that church school, and that's where three of them graduated from. So they all three done good, and now they've got my daughter-in-law's baby sister had 4 kids, and DHR took them away from them, and my son and daughter-in-law have custody of them now. So they're homeschooling 2 of them, and fixing to start with the 3rd one. They said that this is going to be it for her going to public school anymore. So they'll have 3 they're doing homeschool, and then the 4th one, he's not quite old enough yet. He's only 4. but he's been going to a little Christian preschool and having fun there. But they've got the right idea, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. That's a good deal. Sound like a real good deal. Well, let me see if I can drum us up some more business. We ain't asked for any check-ins in a while. So, this is KJ5GVQ. I probably need the ID anyway, the raw ham. We're looking for more check-ins. We'd love to have you come join the conversation. Anybody, anywhere, please come what you call.
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray.
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray, QSL?
QSL and X10, Tango India Mike, located in Maine, Kentucky. Back to you, over.
Hey, Roger that, Tim. Well, we appreciate you coming in tonight. Didn't run the net last week. We never got no check-ins for about the first 15 minutes, and so you just got me here in Oklahoma. I'm Richard, KJ5GVQ, and we got Gus in Alabama, KQ4BAP. I don't know if you could hear him a while ago or not, or if y'all want to make contact. Over.
Hey, Roger. Give me your call sign again and your name, over.
Yeah, the call is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, and go by Richie. Over.
Hey, Roger there, Richie. I got you. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec. And got your name there, so thank you for that. And now, who is the guy that I need to call? What's his call sign?
It's Kilo Quebec 4, BAP, Bravo Alpha Papa.
Quebec 4, Bravo Alpha Papa. Can you hear Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray over here in Kentucky? Back, over. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray. Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo Alpha Papa. Tim, you check in on the iBank yet, don't you? Hey, Roger, yeah, I haven't been on there in a while, but I've been meaning to try to get back there with the iBank net. But, yeah, I'm a long-time member of the iBank net, probably going back, I don't know, probably back, shoot, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years maybe there, Roger. Yeah, Roger, yeah, we hadn't heard you in a while, and, man, it's done got over 100 people on there now. They're doing it a different way on NetLogger than what they used to, and, once you sign in on NetLogger, you're signed in to the net, and, but, yeah, we missed you, man. This is Gus, so, I'm down here close to, in fact, Wayne is about 4 miles to the woods from my house, and, one way, and Larry, he's over here, about 4 miles the other way through the woods there, Roger. Hey, Roger, on that, yeah, I've talked to Larry a lot of times, and talked to Wayne many times, and, but anyway, yeah, I'll have to get up one morning and try to check in with you guys. I've kind of been off the radio during the winter. My wife got sick, and I've been kind of helping taking care of her, and I just kind of got busy doing other things and haven't been on the radio much, but I've got the radio all fired back up and got the radio room in order, so I should be getting in with the iBank net here before too long. And but guys, you're pretty good, got a pretty good signal. You're come in here with about a 7, I guess. A 7 on the S meter, got good audio. A little white noise coming in with you, but you still got a good signal there, Roger, guys. Over. Hey, Roger, well, I tell you what, you're making a fine trip down through them hills and hollows in Kentucky there. You're making a fine trip. I know early in the mornings used to, I couldn't hardly hear you, but man, tonight I hear you real well. Hey, Hey, Roger. Yeah, band conditioner was weird in the mornings. I always had a really good copy on Wayne, but Larry, I always had a problem here with Larry. He just didn't have the punch to his signal that Wayne, of course, Wayne says he's up way up on a hill, so I guess I helped him, but yeah, I remember you guys, but I don't think I could hear you the morning, but band conditions have changed, and hopefully things will do better to me and you, but anyway, it's a pleasure talking to you, Wayne, and Gus, and glad to connect with you, and hopefully I'll be back in there with the iBank net one of these mornings here very shortly. So I'll get back out here and let the frequency go. Maybe somebody else wants to talk here. So Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo Alpha Papa, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray. Go ahead, Gus. Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'll let them know in the morning when I get on the net that I made contact with you tonight. They'll be happy to hear that. And it sure is good to hear your voice, my friend, and good to talk to you tonight. So I'm gonna get quiet and see if somebody else wants to come in. Somebody else might want to shake hands with you or wave a hand or something. Maybe even throw you a biscuit with some syrup on it. Never know. All right, my friend. KM4YVX. It's KQ4BAP.
Hey, this is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec. Yeah, that was a good contact. Tim, I was kind of struggling to hear you. Then you come up a little bit while you was talking to Gus, and so I got you down as a 5'7". And how copy me? How am I making the trip to you?
You're 10 over there, Richie. A good solid 10 over with a lot of punch, and you're quite a bit louder than Gus was there, Roger.
Hey, Roger that. Well, I appreciate the flowers there. Well, I'm gonna put another call out, see if we can drum up little more business there. This is KJ5GVQ for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere, we'd love to get you to come in, and we'll shoot the breeze and see how your day or your week's been going. Please come down with your call. We'll get you in the log. Well, nothing heard on my end. Yeah, y'all was talking about that morning net. I don't believe I've ever checked in with those guys. Of course, it's kind of hard for me to do during the week. I tell you, I hadn't checked in with the guys over there in the spiderweb net. I don't know if y'all ever reach out with them. They've been running for over 40 years on 14.347.
No, I haven't never made contact with it. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever been on a net period on 20 meters. I just never did do it. I always kind of hung around here at 40. I get on 20 meters from time to time, but never have been on a net on 20 meters that I know of. So anyway, yes, I haven't even heard of a spiderweb net, I don't believe. But anyway, Richie, you got an excellent signal. I don't know what you're running there, but you sure hit my sloper with a good signal. My antenna is like about 130 feet long, slopes toward the west. And that's good. I don't have any power. I just run about 100 watts. So, and QNTS 590 Sugar Golf is the transceiver here. So, that's the info here, Richie. So, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Richie. And might want to check out the Snowbird net. They're all a bunch of good guys. Matter of fact, I remember when I started with them guys, it was only me and Wayne and another fella over in, I believe it was Illinois. He was one of the original members of the iBank net, and he was an older guy. He's passed on now. But anyway, 736 now, I'm going to jump off the radio, and I got this old antique radio here, shortwave radio. I'm going to turn it on and let's see some shortwave broadcast. So, 73 there, Richie. It's been a real pleasure. KJ5 Golf Victor Quebec, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Victor X-ray.
All right, Tim. Well, I appreciate you coming in, bud. And once we get wrapped up here in just a little bit, I'll if you got a good email in QRZ, I'll shoot you a card. But definitely appreciate you coming in. Don't be a stranger. Stop by. I try to do this every Wednesday. Over.
Hey, Roger. Okay, I'll try to make a note of that. And what's the name of this net?
It's the raw ones, not the rare ones. Obviously, it's the raw ones. We started this net about the second week of January, but it's kind of fell off. After New Year's, when the rare ones they didn't hold their net one night, and we got on their frequency and anyway, a couple of them come in there, and that's what they called us, was the raw ones, and so it kind of stuck. Over.
Hey, Roger, that's a pretty good story anyway. So, yeah, I'll try. I've got a note of that here. Maybe I'll try to get back in on what time on Wednesdays? What time is that Eastern time do you guys start?
Eastern, let's see, I'm on Central, so what, you an hour ahead. I do 7 o'clock Central, so that'd be 6 o'clock Eastern, right?
Hey, Roger, it'd be 6 p.m. my time. I'm on Eastern time, so, okay, Rick, it's a pleasure. I'll try to get back in on Wednesday, so, looking forward to it. So, you take care. 10-4, love you.
All right, buddy. Thanks again, 73s, and we'll see if we can find some more check-ins for the raw ones. Anybody, anywhere. Love to get you in a log. Please come now. Well, Gus, I guess it's just me and you tonight. I usually shut down around 8 when it's slow. But there again, I appreciate you coming in there, and if you got a good email in QRZ, I'll shoot you a card there. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I got a good email. Address, everything's good on QRZ. Everything's up to date. Yeah, I was looking at yours. I pulled you up, and you kind of look like a monkey on a football up on top of that tower there, Roger.
Yeah, you about right there. And last Saturday, I went and pulled another tower down, about 30 foot of tower with a rotor and Yaesu rotor. Guy made me a heck of a deal. He was worried that his kids was going to have to deal with it one day, so he wanted to take it down. And he was getting out of the hobby, and his wife was tickled that he was getting out. And I picked up an old Kenwood 820S. And a little Yaesu 2-meter rig, beam and 2-meter beam that was up on the tower, and just all kind of little goodies there. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I got about 30, maybe 35 foot of tower laying on the ground out here. I got the hole dug, just ain't put it up yet. And then I got another crank up pole that it's got a crank to lay it down, and then once you crank it and get it standing back up, it's got another crank to extend it and push it up about 45 feet. But I got to go get it. I went and busted the concrete off of it. It's out of the ground. And I went and got one of them jackhammers, and in fact I bought the thing online and went down there and busted it off and got it ready to haul. But now I got my trailer loaded with other stuff, and it's just one thing after another, man. I got too many irons in the fire.
Hey, Roger that. I know how that goes. Well, that picture on QRZ, I've had that tower for years. I used to have it on the island back in my CB days, and it eventually made its way up here. And it's 25 foot of tower, and I got the mast is about 25 feet sticking out the top of it. It puts that fan dipole up right around 49 feet. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm talking on the AB14 ABQ vertical right now. I got about 20 radials in the ground around it, and I got it mounted at the ground, and I'm running a 7300 Icon with a Ameritron AL 72, running about 800 watts, And then my second radio I have over here is a Yaesu ST847. I use it for 2 meter, but it does really good on HF as well. But I like the 7300 because I like that waterfall on it here, Roger.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'm a fairly new ham. I mean, I know you can tell that by the call sign. I got my call. I got my technician last June, I think it was. Yeah, June, and then in August I got my general, and so I started out with a 757 GX2, Yaesu 757. But I had some problems with it. My tuner, I had an old Yaesu tuner, and I guess contacts got dirty on it and took the finals out. And so I ended up now, I bought this FT710, and man, I absolutely love this radio. I'm tickled to death that that's the one I bought, over.
No, I tell you what, it sounds mighty fine. There ain't nothing wrong with the sound on this. So, yeah, I haven't been ham that long. It'll be July. It'll be 3 years for me.
Oh yeah, roger that, roger that. Well, me and a buddy of mine, one that kind of helped me get started with this net, he lives down in Northwest Florida. We worked together for years, and it was crazy. We used to talk just about every morning on the way to work, but he's changed jobs, and so he comes in later. So I don't get to yak at him near as much, but I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting into amateur radio, and he's like, man, that's crazy. I've been thinking about it too. And then the race was on to see who could get their ticket first. I beat him to the technician, and he beat me to the general, over.
No, Roger. Yeah, I bought a Yaesu that, what is it, the 500 DR for the car. It's a mobile unit. It's a dual band with C4 FM, and I bought it for the C4 FM because I wanted to get into that, because there's a net out of Texas over here called a Patriot net that I want to start getting in with, and but I hadn't been fooling with it, and kind of really forgot about it, and so it's in the car. It works great. I mean, I have no problem whatsoever with it.
That's one thing I hadn't done, is any type of, I guess, digital. Now, I work my FT8, stuff like that, but I'm wanting to build me an all-star node. I just hadn't got around to it yet, to try to do those type of things. I got an ICOM 2730 in my work van. I got it in a go box, because I swap it around from different vehicles to whatever. But yeah, I really like that little radio too. It's a dual VFO, and it sure is nice, over.
Yeah, Roger. This 7300, I've got it hooked up to the computer, so I can monitor everything on the computer with it using that ham something other, delete. That's what they call it. Shoot, trying to find the name of it. Something ham deluxe something over there, but you got to buy the software, and then you got to pay an annual fee on it to continue using it. But it allows me to program the 7300, program the channels in and everything with it, and I can even switch bands through the computer, and it's a nice setup.
Yeah, I got a buddy up here that runs that, and he swears by it. I was just like, man, that was just too rich for my blood. I couldn't afford it, especially with just starting out, you know, trying to build my station up. Maybe later.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Maybe later. Well, later came one day. So I jumped in it. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine down in Pensacola down there at KJ5GVQ. Old Jerry, he told me, he said, man, you got more than I had in the whole 5 or 6 years of it. He said, you done spent more money than I did my first 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, Roger, that's easy to do, though. You know, I mean, you get all excited, and a man can't have too many radios or antennas, over.
Yeah, well, I told him it was his fault, because I got both these radios I bought from him. My first radio was a KJ5GVQ, a Kenwood, that I bought from 84N Wire, that other printer that's on our net in the mornings, and it bit the dust on me, and that's when I bought the Yanzu from Jerry, and then Jerry got the TX10, and I bought the Icon from him. So when I bought the Icon from him, that paid most of what he paid for the TX10. And so it all worked out. But and then I got a AV18 high tower vertical out there that I hadn't got put up yet. I gotta dig me a hole and set up a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot concrete slab with anchors in it so that I can put it up, because it's a 53 foot tall tower antenna. The tower is the antenna. So and it's got the 80 meter. They say it's one of the best 80 meter antennas you can get. They're normally around $2,500, $2,600 new, but I bought it from him for $400, and I just hadn't got it put up yet. But one of these days, I'm gonna quit procrastinating about it and do something.
Hey, Roger that. I know how that goes. That's me. I've got all the stuff. I'm wanting to put up a delta loop, horizontal delta loop for 80. I'll keep going back and forth. I may try to do a 160 if I can stretch it out. But I don't know. I got to get all I'm liking is a balun. I need to get it, and then I can be off to the races. Everybody talks about how much it helps with your noise floor, which my noise floor, I'm out in the country, it ain't too bad generally, but with band conditions the way they've been has been my biggest struggle.
Yep, that's right. I also have a 256 foot long off-center fed window that I use it for 80 meter, and I mean it does an outstanding job on 80 meter. If I do some trimming on it, I can get the other bands to do pretty good. I can get 20 to do pretty good on it, but it just don't like 12 and 10 right now, because it's just hadn't been trimmed and tuned for it.
Yeah, Roger that. I get that. I know what you're saying. Well, Bud, I'm going to back on out of here and I guess shut this thing down, but I do appreciate you coming in, and I have enjoyed just chewing the fat with you. It's been a real good time, and hopefully you'll catch us another week, over.
All right, Ricky, it's definitely been a pleasure on my end as well, and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I get another Wednesday night off early and play radio for a little while. But yeah, the off-center fed, I use it mainly. My main reason to get it was for 80 meters. I wanted to do 80 meters. And a friend of mine over in Mississippi over here, Jim, KJ5GVQ, he had one, and he told me what he had, and so that's what I got. And but mine's a little bit longer than what he had. But he's running a delta loop, and I tell you what, it made a world of difference on him talking and hearing. So yeah. All right, Ricky, you be cool, and we'll catch you another time, and I have definitely enjoyed it. KJ5GVQ at KQ4BAP. I'll be clear on yours.
All right, Bud. Yeah, that's interesting what you were saying about what he was running and how well that delta loop performed for him. I'm curious. I want to try, and It'll happen. It'll happen. It won't be too much longer, maybe. Well, 73's my friend, and like I say, I appreciate you coming in there and hanging out with me. And hopefully we'll do it again. KJ5GVQ will be clear. 73, my friend.
73.